This year's supply chain has faced challenges from tariff uncertainty and rising theft of high-value goods like solar panels. But innovation is paving the way forward. Let's welcome Stephen Skates, founder, owner, and CEO of Trad Advisory Company. Glad to have you with us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We've touched on the subject of tariffs in the past, and there's many components to shipping to and from the United States. So can you kind of lay out the landscape for how everything works logistically?
Yeah, so tariffs, one thing they're going to do is provide a big shock to the system. Right now, we're seeing a lot of people who were trying to import a lot before the tariffs took place. Yeah. A lot of that's getting here right now, and so there's even
Took that long?
Yeah,
wow.
It takes a while. Those boats don't move.
Big ocean out there. Yeah.
Those boats aren't as fast as you might think. So
Sure.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff's just getting here. So there's a surge and some congestion in the ports. And we're seeing a lot of trucking volumes here in Charleston and Los Angeles and Houston, trying to get all that stuff out, trying to get it into storage and stuff so that they have it before the tariffs go into effect.
Right, of course. And the tariffs begin before the product leaves port, right?
Yeah, well,
not while it's in transit or once it arrives.
Yeah. So if it's already in transit, it depends on when the transaction was made and also what country it's in, because it's kind of a moving target all the time.
Wow.
But yeah, we definitely saw a giant surge, and everyone's kind of uncertain on what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
Country by country,
Sure.
region by region, as we're kind of making trade deals. We're seeing nearshoring, trying to bring things in through Mexico or Canada, or places other than our usual suppliers like China.
And to break it down in the simplest of terms, so imagine three components. You've got ports, you've got warehouses, and you have trucking. Trucking is where you come in.
Yes.
So essentially you pick up the container from the ports, you bring it to, we had Neil Brothers on a couple of months ago to talk about what they do. They store the items, they repackage for distribution. Your trucks, once again, picks those things up and then takes them to their destination.
Exactly. So Neil Brothers, they're great guys. They're business partners of ours. We went over and saw all of their warehouses a few months ago. We went out to lunch with them. So they've been here for a long time. They're a great company. They will bring those containers in.
Yeah.
Those containers have to go back to the ship. So you don't want to take it from Charleston to Chicago, say. You want to take it to a local warehouse like Neil Brothers. They'll unpack it if it needs to be packaged a certain way. Right. For imports or exports, so they have stuff coming there getting ready to go out as well.
So there's a lot to be said for the expense that goes into every item, from what it costs to manufacture it, to transporting it, and transporting it, and transporting it until it lands on the shelf. So what are we seeing now as far as international tariffs? How much of a bite is that taking out of people's wallets these days?
Well, as they're starting to trickle in now, some of them are just going into effect. It's hard to tell. Different things come from different places, so I do think that we are going to see a little bit of a hike over the next few months.
Are you going to see a hike in prices and a slowdown in imports?
That's a complicated question. People are going to do whatever they can to keep their costs the same. Everything is a market in equilibrium. This is just a shock to the equilibrium. Right. So they're going to try to pass the cost on to consumers, and they're going to try to sit on people like me and the Neil Brothers and try to get us to bring our prices down.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
to try to even things out.
Yeah, so that they can have more of a margin, and they won't have to. I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a change,
and
but
it's also it's not permanent necessarily. It doesn't have to be
right.
permanent. It can be as temporary as tariff goes into effect one day, they make a deal, and it goes away the next.
Right. And really, in my position in trucking, we're a third-party company, so what we're really looking for is disruption. So when things change, when things go up or down, people look for new ways to save. At Trad, we're positioned so that when they call us, we can help them find new options and new avenues of getting things from A to B. They might have been working with one company for 20 years and things were just going really well. Then they had to take a second look and they could find cost savings looking at it.
And artificial intelligence is infiltrating just about everything these days. How does it apply to what you do?
Yeah, so robots haven't figured out how to teleport this cargo from one place to another quite yet, but you're starting to see autonomy in warehousing and even self-driving trucks, but there's going to be a lot of infrastructure that has to go into that. Here in Charleston, they're even looking at trucking lanes, so from the ports to go next to 526, Long Point, up I-26, so that those trucks aren't competing with civilian cars. So when things like that happen, that's when it becomes safer for trucks to maybe drive themselves. But for us, logistics, as we've seen it, has always been a relationship-based business, and so that's what we're really focused on. We are developing some AI technologies, but it's really to cut out a lot of minutia. Bringing in orders, putting them into our system.
Well, with just a few seconds left, what is BMIC Catalyst program?
Oh, the BMARC Catalyst program is a pitch competition that we're participating in for small businesses in Charleston, and we're hoping to put our company out there and our AI capabilities and show them how we can put that back into the community and create a lot of jobs and things like that.
And that leads me to my last question. So any jobs currently available at your corporation?
I always try to say no, but we're growing so fast, we need hands on deck. So. Yeah, if anybody needs a job in logistics,
where should they go?
They should go to tradadvisoryco.com.
Okay.
Or search Trad Advisory Co. on Instagram.
Terrific.
Or we're out there as much as we can be.
Thank you for keeping everything moving.
Yeah,
Appreciate
absolutely. Thanks for your time.
We'll be back after this.